cards purposely. There is a reason why I do this, okay? It's late, isn't it? Yeah, because I read intuitively, okay? So basically, I get the messages through and then I pull a card just to make sure that it's, that I'm getting the right message. That is how I read. And the amount of times when I used to show the cards, people would say to me, yeah, that's not what that card means. You said that wrong. That reading was wrong. That's not what it's about. And it's like, this is the way I read. I have 100% success rate with my work and I read in the way that I do. And I just can't really be bothered with people saying, no, that's wrong. That's whatever. Let them read in the way they want to. I read in the way I do. So this is why I don't show the cards. So I hope that makes sense. Because like I say, it just got too much. I was having people within their lives stopping me and saying, you've got that wrong. You this and that and da. All I hear is blah, blah, blah. So I don't want that. I've got enough with spirit talking to me, rather than other people having a go. So they do the same to you, Shamanic Chronicles. Yeah, it's like, come on, man. If you can read that well yourself, then why come to me? Don't watch it if you don't like it. Yeah, does that make sense, Lee? Yeah, so there's always a method in my madness. Whatever I do, there's always a reason for it, okay? Sometimes I do, when I do the weeklies, I'll show the cards then, because that's a little bit more relaxed, the weeklies, as if this is me being like, right, this is me being all like sort of writing together and this is it, and take life seriously, which, yeah, I don't do structure very well. You were spot on with my Cancer reading last full moon. What you said happened that very night. It's not me. I'm the messenger. This is how I see it. The messages come to me and I give them out. I'm like the telephone line. I know you'll have heard me say it before, but I'm basically spirit's bitch. They tell me what to do and I do it. I submit to spirit. I don't know if it has got a lot of sugar in Abigail. My Arizona, it's nice. I like it though. It's good. It's got honey in as well. So yeah. So Aries, this is your spirit card. You know what? You couldn't write it with these cards. This is what I was saying. So I get the messages coming through and then I get the verification. So this says here, you are soaring to new heights, experiment, play. Allow the spirit of freedom to explore new and exciting possibilities for your life. Follow the rainbow across the horizon, for a pot of gold awaits. And there you go. So there may be a trip as well. Aries comes with. So, right, okay. So Aries, who's after Aries? Is it Gemini or Taurus? I always get. Tanya, you were in my dream the other night. Oh, let me know what it is. Somebody else said they dreamt of me the other night. My friend Lydia, she was like, I need to speak to you. You were in my dream. So, yeah, that would be interesting to see what it was, Haley. I hope it was okay. Right, okay. So, who are we on? Taurus. Yeah, Taurus. Oh, my God, I'm in Aries and I'm just in that headspace. Well, I hope that them messages help and give you a little bit of advice as well. Yay, you caught me live. Goodness, you are so on point. Whoa, all over there. All over the cards. The energy's building. Can you feel it? I don't know. I mean, I get a lot of energy back from all of you, which I love. And thank you for that, because this is a two-way street. It's like I say, I can come on here when I'm feeling a bit flat and I feel the love coming out. So, I'm massively grateful for that. Oh, thank you, Haley. Thank you. It was good. Lots going on here. Tell me about it. Thank you for that, Haley. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I had a dream about you too. Wow, everybody's dreaming about me. There was one of my dearest old friends. God, he was my boyfriend when I was 11. I met him when I was 11, and now he's just like, we've been friends all that time, and he's back in England. He's great. He's about 6'5" and he's huge, and I just feel like a little child when I get a hug off him. But he's like my brother. When you have the banter with the brother. And he sent me a message. It was a couple of months ago, and he'd said, I'd been talking to somebody, and I'd said, oh, yeah, get in touch with Mark. So he said, I hear you've been talking to somebody saying that you were the man of my dreams. And I said, no, I said you reminded me of Freddy Krueger. And he was like, that's why I love you, Tanya. You always make me laugh. So yeah, that just reminded me of that there. Sorry, I needed to share it. Right, okay, so have I done Taurus yet? No? So this is Taurus. Yeah, this is Taurus. Funny enough, Mark's actually Taurus as well. So maybe this is a message for him. I'll have to give him a ring later on and see how he's doing. Right, okay, so Taurus, what do you need to embrace and what is your challenge going to be? I need to get a fan here, don't I? This is getting too much. Too much. Right, okay. So, Taurus, what I feel here, okay, is you need to look at where you have lack in your life at the moment. Now, when I'm saying lack, I don't know if that's the right word, what they're trying to say to me. I don't know if that's, but it's where you haven't got what you want, where you haven't got enough, I do feel that you've got enough, but you feel you haven't. This could be monetary, this could be spiritually, this could be emotionally, okay? There's an area of your life that you need to embrace where it has been lacking. Because what you've been doing is it's saying your challenge is to let go of control, okay? You are trying to control situations too much. And because you're trying to control these situations, you're actually stopping the flow. It's almost like if you think of this like a hose pipe, you're actually, by being in control and grabbing that tightly, you're stopping the flow completely. So this is what you need to address over this Sagittarius moon. Really look at areas where you feel you don't have enough or areas where you feel you are lacking. And then look at how your actions or stopping this or kind of aiding this, stopping things from getting to you, okay? Because I feel here you're holding yourself back. There's a feeling of you don't want somebody to take what's yours, so you're keeping it very tight to yourself. Now, the art in receiving is to give away, okay? When you give away what you have, you will find that it comes back. You give in one door and it comes back in the other, okay? So what you gain on this, you lose on the swings, you gain in the roundabouts, so to speak. That was something my mum used to say to me. Don't know why they're bringing this in, because there's almost, when I'm looking at this, there's a childhood. There's something to do with childhood here where you feel that you have to hold on. I don't know if you were kind of, you had siblings who you had to fight for what you had or whatever, but there's some reason where it's like, this is mine, okay? And by doing that, okay, rather than, like I say, saying that this is ours, that there's a saying in Laos, when I was in Laos, this family who had nothing offered me their food, and I said, no, that's yours. And he said, you're in Laos now and we don't have a word for yours. This is, this is ours. And this is what you need to get. So you need to really focus on sharing, on expanding, on sharing with others, whether this be knowledge, whether this be, your feelings or whatever, you need to share with others and stop being so much of a tight arse. Actually, that's what they're saying there, and stop being so rigid, okay? Nobody is going to take from you, okay? And if you feel that they are, why don't you give them it? And then you will find out if they are. Like I say, the best way to see if you can trust somebody is trust them. They will show you soon enough. Okay, Taurus? I really feel like I want to give you a hug, Taurus. There's a real sadness coming in with Taurus at the moment, but it's unwarranted. It's not real, okay? It's just your mind. Just your mind. Yeah. When you share, this is when you will find that there are people care. Sometimes they're so cheesy, Spirit, they really are. Right, okay, so I'm going to pull a Spirit card for Taurus. I find that there's a message for me for my sun, moon, and rising. Yeah, this is what I usually say. I didn't at the beginning. Today's been a bizarre day, a beautifully bizarre day, but I was kind of off balance when I started this. So, yeah, if anybody does want a personal reading with me, the link is below. And also, if you check the messages for your sun, moon, and rising. Okay, and see which one resonates. I was just talking about this earlier, saying that Danielle, my astrologer, who some of you know from Joyful Astrology, absolutely amazing. That girl, she just triggers me to get to go deeper all of the time, and I love her dearly. And I had a very interesting conversation with her last night, but she always says that it's your rising that you should go with. Okay, so right, okay, so I love your laugh. All right. Come on, Taurus. Let go, Taurus. Taurus, you really need to, like, do you know what I mean? Loosen up. Imagine you're listening to reggae. I said this to somebody the other day. It came through in a reading. And they were like, yeah, but I just get so uptight and I said, just imagine you're listening to reggae. Instantly, your shoulders drop, your knees go weak, and you're like, yeah, man, I'm back in the groove. Yeah, Danielle, she is amazing, isn't she? Thank you for suggesting her. But I could not suggest her. It's like, you know, she has so much knowledge and she just blows my mind. And we read for each other, and there's times we are both in resistance, and it's like, no, that's not what I want to hear. But yeah, I love her. I really love her. Right, okay. So, Taurus, this is your spirit card. And what it says is your feminine aspect is awakening. Feel the goddess energy inside of you. She seeks acknowledgement and validation. New energies, insights, and opportunities are emerging. Wake up, embrace, and celebrate. Okay, so this is it. I feel, like I said you were being too rigid. I feel you're being too much in your masculine. Now, this doesn't matter what gender you are. We all have feminine and masculine within us. Okay, but one of them is usually dominant. And what this is saying, Taurus, is you really need to, you know, get in touch more with your feminine side. If you think our feminine side is caring, it's sharing, it's creative, it's nurturing. Okay, and this is what I feel you're lacking. But when you embrace that yourself, this is what the energy that you're putting out, you will be on that vibration and on that frequency, and then it will come back to you, and then everything will be okay. Okay, Taurus? Right, so who have we got now? Taurus. Have I done Gemini? I haven't, have I? No. Gemini. God, look at my head. My head's just going. It's like by the end of this, I'm just going to be like this wreck. Has anybody ever seen that old, I think it was the 60s drawing? And it was a guy sitting, and the first picture is this guy with a doobie in his mouth, and then it goes on, and at the end of it, he's just completely melted. Oh, all right, sorry, I didn't know where that noise was coming from. It's my housemate out the other side. But, yeah, but that's what I actually feel like, you know. I feel like I'm melting. Right, make love bend. Right, okay, so Gemini. There's some resistance here with Gemini. I don't know what's going on with Geminis at the moment, but there's some resistance I feel here. Okay, I'm getting quite uncomfortable. Right, okay. Yeah, I feel your sun sign is basically, it's just where the sun was the day you were born. You know, your moon is to do with your emotions, and your rising is to do with how the world sees you, you know. And then we've got the south nodes and north nodes as well. And there's just massively, massively fascinating. So, right, who have we got here for Gemini? Yeah, Gemini. I said there was some resistance. And I feel Gemini is, you're feeling like you have to fight, you know, you have to fight for your right. You are being there's opposition. There is people challenging you. It's almost like you're having to fight for your truth and fight for your position with your people are wanting a piece of you Gemini. It feels like I'm getting this. It's almost like they're coming from all areas, and you're having to stand and defend yourself. Almost like, you know, when you see these, this martial arts where they're like, right, okay, block that one. A bit like, was it Street Fighter? That used to be the old video game. You know, that's what I feel you're having to do. But what they're saying here is, you know, listen to what these people have to say. You don't have to do it, but you don't have to resist it too much, because if you resist it too much, you could miss some valuable piece of information that could highlight you to something that could actually change your life or change the way of doing things. Okay, so it's saying don't be too resistant to say no. It just say, right, okay, come on, we'll have a talk about this. I'll listen to your opinion. You're not, it doesn't mean that you're soft or that you're weak or anything, but it's almost like you might still have the same decisions. But if you've heard other people's points of view and heard their concerns and let them express them, so you most likely have a chance to express yours or to speak about why you want to do a certain thing, if that makes sense. But what I'm getting here, it's there's too much defensive. You're feeling attacked, so you are attacking back, okay? And this doesn't happen. You know, we don't fight for peace, we peace for peace, okay? So what you need to do is kind of be a bit of a grown-up here, Gemini, and say, right, okay, this could even be in your conversations with spirit, because they're saying there that this could be resistance. There's a door that is about to open for you. I feel it could be within the next week, or it could be within the next 7 weeks. I don't know what that would take us up to, okay? But it's almost like you're holding on to some idea and you're going, no, this is the way I'm doing it. This is the way I'm doing it. But somebody might be coming in and saying to you, telling you something that could make your path easier. Okay? So, like I say, please don't be resistant, because you could be resistant something that is very important to you, okay, or could be important to you. I hope that makes sense. Oh, there you go. Right, these two. Sorry, those two fell out there and I didn't feel them. Wow, this is so warm in here today. Great advice. Thank you, Michael. I always, when I say Michael, it's, can you remember the Lost Boys? It's like, Michael, they're only noodles, Michael. It's the way I see Michael. I see the names. I see things, you know, and I see names. Right, okay. I keep going into things here and then I forget that I would have to explain it. You know, if I could explain it, if you're sitting having a conversation with me, you'll get it. You know, you get where my mind goes sometimes. Best movie ever. Yeah, I really wanted to watch it this weekend, actually, and then ended up sitting. We set a piano up in my garden. I came home about 1 o'clock and we set a piano up, electric piano in my garden, and we